Security guards, they don't have the power to detain for reasonable suspicion and like doing an investigation themselves without sworn police powers, right?
That's a question?
Yeah, security guards, well, they're like any civilians, but security guards often have this extra police power that people think. Can they detain people for investigations on their own property?
Well, on their own property, they do that pretty frequently.
But the detaining part, that's not like a citizen's arrest. They're like hold someone because they want to themselves run their names and so forth.
That happens fairly often.
They're
on private property.
No, but I mean like it's open to the public, like here. They don't even have the equipment to run some of these names.
Private property.
I'm saying just
not fully private. Open
yeah,
to the
just
public.
open to the public.
Malls,
libraries,
grocery stores, libraries.
That's private property. Yeah.
Okay, so but what I'm saying is anybody, regardless of location, let's take that out of the element real quick. It should be very simple. This question: do private people that are not police officers have the power to detain with reasonable suspicion for their own little investigations?
Well, I'm not exactly. Are you thinking of a situation or?
Like holding someone for shoplifting while they go.
Right, that's fine.
While they go and figure out if they shoplift. Usually you have to hold someone if they shoplifted if you saw them first, and then you hold them until the cops get there because you're already charging them shoplifted. This is if you hold them because they just didn't show a receipt, and then basically while you're holding them, you go do your live investigation, maybe look at some video camera footage, maybe talk to a whole bunch of people, register cashiers, and then come back 20 minutes later. That person was held there the whole time during an investigation that never really had any justification in the first place. And they knew it because they weren't arresting them for citizen's arrest for shoplifting right away. They were just doing a detaining. What we're concerned about is that detaining seems to be something that only police officers are supposed to be doing in their line of work with reasonable suspicion.
Without knowing the particular circumstance, but the bottom line is security guards on a routine basis hold people in private property for a whole variety of reasons, for stealing, for assaulting, at a bar, causing disturbance,
and that's what
any kind of number of things.
I guess that's exactly our contention is all those things would be they're already demonstrative or
already a citizen's arrest.
They're already a crime that was witnessed or demonstrated in front of them. Like assault, you already saw assault. Theft, you already saw them steal. What we're saying
the thing is with the shoplifting, there's always some doubt because when someone shoplifts, right, they conceal the item. It's not always crystal clear at the time of their contact. So
that's the thing with shopkeepers' privilege that we're so concerned about is that basically you still have to observe them do things that are indicative of shoplifting. So you have to see them actually take the item, maybe walk past the register, uninterrupted out the door, and then that way you know that there's a loss. What we're saying here is if you're just walking through the store, Walmart,
arrested for not showing a receipt,
and then you go to your register, you buy it, and then on the way out they just kind of greeters ask you for your receipt.
Again, a lot of times they'll be monitoring people and see that suspicious activity. Someone may take an item, they have it, and they walk off into the bathroom, and then they come back out and the item's no longer there. They didn't physically see them put the item in their pants, but they have a reasonable suspicion that they probably did, and they're going to detain that person, on their property. Yeah.
Well, I mean, going into a bathroom is tough because if this would be like no bathroom. This is like they didn't see it before. They just simply
Walmart
started. They just started their investigation at the exit.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well, let's put it this way: you would never hold somebody for not showing a receipt while Walmart did an investigation in their back room for video footage and then come back to you and tell you I stole. You would never hold me live while they did their investigation.
I'm not a security guard. I'm a police officer.
So you would never be there with Walmart to stop people for the receipts then?
If I had reasonable suspicion, yes. Reasonable suspicion for a police officer is enough to detain.
Okay, so if someone refuses to show a receipt, what's the reasonable suspicion?
Well,
okay, so it's hypothetical's over. You're standing in a Walmart exit real quick next to a store employee. Someone who paid for an item at a different register walks out the exit. The Walmart employee is instructed not to stop them or detain them for just refusing to show a receipt. They're just simply allowed to ask. But let's say an officer right there sees that someone refused asking a receipt, never witnessed themselves steal anything, not pay or anything. The employees themselves never witnessed anything. They just simply were at the exit the whole time. Police officer decides to go ahead and detain that person because they didn't show a receipt. There was no any indication of theft or suspicious behavior, just a policy violation of just simply not responding to a request. But remember, it's not a policy violation because they're not told they have to stop. But this officer decided to go ahead and stop that person, hold on to them, while the employees went and did some sort of investigation with the video footage. They came back, the employees said, yeah, he stole it. But basically the officer didn't see the video footage themselves, just kind of trusted them, holding them live for an investigation.
What?
They held them live for the investigation. I feel like you're supposed to have some sort of articulate suspicion of wrongdoing, and then you dispel or confirm that once you hold them.
Reasonable suspicion doesn't require a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. But at the very least, nobody holds somebody
To figure out
if they're suspicious or not. Right? It's kind of like a horse becoming before the carriage, or carriage before the horse.
Right. Police officers don't just randomly stop people for no reason and then try to figure out if something happened.
Exactly. Bingo.
But I'm just telling you, reasonable suspicion isn't a whole lot.
Yeah. You don't have to articulate specific crimes. Wholly innocent behavior can be misidentified as.
So, anyway,
we're saying this because
some particular circumstance in mind. I don't know about that particular one.
Okay, well, thanks. No,
Yeah.
we always ask the questions to try and get the variables out first. On the flip side, here's what happened. It was in Commerce City. A police officer thought that he could detain me for not showing a receipt. He kept asking me for a receipt. He said, well, it doesn't matter. We can hold you here until the security finds out if you paid for it or not. Security was doing his job, basically went into the back room, probably didn't even look at any video footage, but essentially came back and said, yeah, you didn't pay for it.
Yeah,
And then,
I mean, the bottom line is, I'm not sure why that police officer initially stopped you or contacted you to begin with. He may have had a reason, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Well, all I'm saying is, in general, if he had a reason to stop me, sure. He went ahead and believed their account that I stole something without looking at the video footage. So when he finally arrested me with probable cause is supposed to be, well, good faith is supposed to be based on surrounding facts and circumstances. There wasn't no fact. There was hearsay. And so basically the nutshell is, don't trust security guards when they tell you that somebody just stole. Ask them to show evidence and stuff,
Okay.
because they arrested me, and then as I walked to the back of the store and got my ticket
right,
and
well,
everything, I showed them the receipt. I paid for it, and it was false imprisonment. And so the officer wasn't supposed to be just taking people's
All right.
word willy-nilly.
We thought we just might want to.
We're really concerned that this is happening everywhere, including places like this. So we figured we caught you. No worries. Food for thought. Thanks. You know what? I'm tired of people saying